Hi everybody, welcome back to I'm Not Lost, I'm Exploring. Today we're going to go over the water bottle safety kit that I take with me on my day hikes. This is kind of something I take with me all the time, or will be taking with me all the time. In addition to my regular pack, this will be with me as well. So this kind of supplements everything I have in my main pack, but could be used on its own as well in a day pack or a day scenario. So first thing we have out on the outside of the pack is our little flashlight. Pretty bright, not super bright, just a relatively inexpensive thing just from Energizer. So there's that. And then a UV light. This is more just looking for critters at nighttime, to be honest with you. So I keep them on the outside so they're readily able to grab. This one also has a quick disconnect. The only bad thing about this is I feel like it can get lost, so I think what I may do is, in addition to that strap, I may add some Velcro here just to kind of hold it in place that it doesn't fall off when I'm hiking. Then this little storage container my wife actually picked up for me. Still not sure what I'm going to put in here. Probably some extra kindling, something along that line, maybe some char cloth. I did a little bellows, metal bellows. I'm sure I showed you guys in a video prior to this. I think I can take off the bottom here. So this just opens up. Kind of reminds me of an old car antenna. It is quite long. But again, it's just a little something for fire starter. I dwell on that, guys. You guys in bushcraft will know the saying, one is none and two is one. Anyway, also have a whistle. Okay, in the front of our pack, this is something I'm still kind of working on, still kind of fine-tuning, but I got most of the basics in here. Lots of paracord, signal mirror. In a previous video, I actually just got one of these. I was using just the bottom of my tin. In a previous video, I did take off that protective film, and then I decided I'm going to keep it in a little plastic bag just to protect it from getting scratched up. So that's in there. That'll probably come out of there and be worn around my neck on a hike. So in here I have those little safety credit cards, survival credit cards. These are the ones I found most useful. I do have another one in my backpack that I use regularly. Actually, I honestly didn't think I would use these as much as I do. The other one I use quite a bit. These ones I'll be doing a video and eventually in the summer or the spring to try to test these out. Some of the stuff I think is kind of gimmicky, but I'm going to give it a good run for its money and see if it's something that in a survival situation, you know, it's better than nothing, but I want to see if it's actually going to be functional. So I do keep those in there. Kind of really like that little pouch that comes in. What else we got in here? Some duct tape. And our knife. A knife. It's just a mossy oak. I'm pretty sure I picked it up at Walmart. Very cheap. The kind of theme of this stuff is getting budget gear. Not big on branding. Well, obviously there are things out there that are better than others. A lot of times for me, I feel like branding is just a way to get another dollar out of a person. Obviously there are much better made gear out there, so I don't want to, you know, make it seem like there's not, but quality sometimes is hit or miss in some things. So this is the headlamp. I think this one has 3 modes. So it's high, I'm sorry, low, high, and then a flash. Then some fire starters. If you guys haven't seen it already, I made these in another video. I may do a fuller video. I just basically made these in a short. They're like survival biscuits. They're our fire starter. You really don't need a full one of these to get a fire starter. You can actually break this into quarters and it'll work just as well. And then just some little sticks for dry kindling. You guys know what boxwood is. I don't need to go into that, I'm sure. So there's that. And now kind of the meat and potatoes. So here's the water bottle itself. I do keep another bracelet on the top. You guys are aware of these, I'm sure. I actually tested these out, and believe it or not, it is very easy to get one of these cakes started with just this little fire starter that comes with this, because that was one of the things that it's a big deal. You know, you're out there and you're trying to get a fire started and this is all you have. Sometimes it's a struggle, but it does work. It works very well. These also come with a whistle and, you know, your paracord, but I like this one because it's adjustable. So I can string it to my pack, I can string it to here, I can wear it on my brace, on my wrist. Just an extra little thing to carry with. So this is just, again, a cheap water bottle from Walmart. Now I do have this thing stuffed quite a bit, and there are things that I would like to add, which is, you know, why we have the pack, and as well, if we need the stuff from here, from the water bottle, we need somewhere to go with it. So the pack has to be able to store everything in here, plus a little extra. So there's room in the pack with the water bottle as well for a map. This is just a paper towel. This is kind of more or less a placeholder at this point, though it would obviously work for kindling or to get a fire started. This little guy here is to basically combine 2 of your fuel tanks for your cook stove, which again, this supplements my other pack, so my cook stove is in my other pack. These are just little soap tablets. So you get these wet, and each one of these is like, and just enough basically to give you a little bit of hygiene. You're not obviously going to wash your whole body, but you can definitely wash your hands with those. So they come in handy. These little guys here, these are just some little Snap glow sticks. They're very small, but what I've been watching some videos, and some of the things I want to get into is doing some cave exploration. I think these would be perfect for that because they break, they're very small. So they're not going to throw a lot of light. But let's say you're in a cave and you lose your flashlight, now you have something to go by. So you drop one of these every so often, maybe every 10, 15, 20 feet, just to give you kind of a visual. Okay, I gotta go that way. You know, you go down a wrong turn in a tunnel and that could be the end of your life. It's not a matter of just finding your way back out. Some of the tunnels around here are quite long. So you have a pencil, writing utensil. Get that out of the way. Another whistle. Oh, this is not a fun one for me. I got this stuff packed in here really tight. So I have earplugs. At nighttime, I'm sometimes out in the wild. I'll have a little bit of trouble sleeping with all the noise. So sometimes it's relaxing, sometimes it's a little distressing, but earplugs just in case. So the match pack actually broke, so that's why there's this little band around them. But it does hold it together and keeps my sewing kit together. So this is just a very, very small basic sewing kit. A couple needles, a couple safety pins, some thread, a threader, and a very few buttons. But again, I see some guys are like, oh, well those are white buttons, they're brown buttons, they're black buttons. Guys, the button doesn't have to match the color of your shirt. The button has to get you home, has to be able to seal it, you know, get that shirt working properly. Chapstick, there's a million different uses for chapstick. There are several videos out there. I suggest you guys check them out. There's a lot more uses for chapstick than you would think just offhand. So okay, here's a couple, I believe there's 3 in here. These are just those washcloth tablets. So basically what you do is you rip this open, drop it in a cap of water, and then it will expand to a full-size paper towel. These are actually much more sturdy or durable than a regular paper towel. So that's something I highly recommend. You can get like 50 of them for like $3. A pencil sharpener. There are 100 different schools of thought on this. Yes, you should have a knife. Yes, I carry multiple knives. But this makes things pretty simple. 1, for sharpening my pencil. 2, the kindling you can get out of here is very easy to use. Light's very easy, and it's quick. Not have to worry about cutting my hand using my knife if my knife should slip. Another little pill container. There's nothing in it this time because I'm not hiking today, obviously. So this is where I store my medications, or if I want to take some ibuprofen and Advil, etc. with me, and I don't plan on carrying my medical pack, I'll take this with me instead. Some essentials. I don't know if you guys have ever got MREs, but this is something I love to have and I don't always use out of those. So This is just some TP from the MRE kits. Again, it's nice and packed up, fits in there well. Second flashlight, batteries for that flashlight. If anybody has a better idea of how to store this, because this does, I feel like, take up a lot of space, if I would be better off to maybe put this in here and then just store the batteries separate, or again, if you guys have another better way to store that, please let me know. Always looking to learn something new, a different better way to store things. So again, with our fire starter, this one's been used a little bit. Actually seems like it's, yeah. So you guys are aware of these. Magnesium on this side, and then your scraper or your ferro rod on this side. You basically scrape some of this off, and then you hit your spark on this side to get your fire started. You do need to build up quite a bit of this to get it to start. However, the spark from here will obviously ignite these as well very, very easily. So I highly recommend you guys check that video out. It's short, it's quick. Another pencil, another knife. I like this one. This one's very sharp. It's very small. Again, a very reasonable knife. This is relatively inexpensive, but it gets the job done. And it holds a edge on it. That's better than I thought. Pick it up. Zip ties. These are small ones. And then I have some larger ones in here. If you don't know, guys, you can fix pretty much anything with a little bit of duct tape and some zip ties. I'm sure you guys know this already. So, more paracord. And then at the bottom, I know I have quite a bit of more matches. I got a little bit of redundancy here. Apparently I didn't get all the matches when they spilled the last time I used this. So there's some band-aids, another band-aid, little burn gel, some digesting lotion for the spray, and the other important pencil. Basically an antiseptic towel. I can't pronounce stuff that's on there. Okay, we got some nice towelettes. These come in handy. You can pretty much save all these, or whatever, not all these, Arby's pimples, or wherever you happen to eat that day, and take them along with you. They come in handy too as well. If you want to grab some meat, some more cold tabs, and unaspirin. I'm not even sure where I got that one from. Swiss Army knife. So you guys are aware of these, I'm sure. They got like a little pick on here. This is very sharp. Screwdriver. It's been a while since I used this one. Flat tip, bottle opener, and then I think it's just your blade and maybe a saw on here. Not sure. I thought there were scissors on this one too, but I guess not. Must be my other one. I haven't used this one much, so it kind of goes in here, and it's kind of forgotten about, but I like to have it just in case something would happen to my other multi-tool. So these are just some more matches in a waterproof container, just in case. I like the redundancies. So there's that, and then the little striker on the bottom. Just some more medical stuff in here in the bottom. So you can pretty much build this, and I do recommend building your own kit hand sanitizer up to your standards or what you may need. This is obviously built for what I need. If I'm taking somebody with me, I will add some other things in here, just kind of a safety aspect. Another band-aid, and another cold tablet, and another knuckle band-aid. So this is just pretty much a basic setup, but something you can take with you on a day hike, so you have a little bit of everything that you may need or may not even need. Hopefully you don't need, but just so you have a little bit of something with you to carry to make things a little bit easier on you if something does come up. Obviously this isn't a fix-all. You know, you may need to, something happens and you need to build a splint, you're gonna have to break 2 sticks off. I don't have a full-size medical kit in here, but you can use the paracord to tie that off. There's fire starters, multiple ways to get a fire started. Multiple ways of candling, or like, you know, the flashlights. Just the basic things that can help you be seen, and hopefully keep you comfortable and warm until you're able to be rescued, if that would ever come up. And then a whistle for signaling, and then obviously, you know, there are multiple things that you can use in this pack, such as the star flash, to get people to see you, which is important if you would ever become lost or stranded somewhere. So that's pretty much it for this pack. Again, this builds off of my regular pack. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below. If you guys have any suggestions on things that I need to add to this, please let me know. Again, this is kind of more just stuff for me to basically keep me, you know, for the day. I'm out on a day hike, something happens, this is what I got. It's not a get home bag, it's not a full-on survival kit, but it's just enough to get you through a day. Very simple, very basic. Actually, I probably should add some water purification tablets in here. If you guys have a recommendation on those, please again let me know in the comments below, and I will